What's up, everyone, and welcome to Creatively Enhanced, the show that is dedicated to visual artists and creative entrepreneurs. I'm your host and artist mastermind, Chantel. Today, I'm going to start this episode by giving pre-warning, I guess. I'm having to record with my children at home. If you don't know and haven't looked me up already, I have twins, and they're 6 years old, and they fight, and they scream and holler, and they get into everything right in the middle of when I'm doing something. So I just want to say, if you hear them in the background, I will do my best to edit them out. But hey, life is life, and I'm a mom, and so there you go. You might hear my babies in the background having a field day tearing up my house as I record. But today I just wanted to do a quick episode on making your way through. And I just felt like I needed to give some encouragement to business owners out there that's like, what do I do next? I'm struggling. I don't know I hit a wall. I don't know what else to do. I'm trying to pick up the pieces. I got responsibilities up to my ears, and I'm like, how do I balance out and organize and, just everything under the sun, especially for my mamas out there, my ladies, or just women in general who are trying to really focus in on balance, really focusing in getting things done. I think you get the gist by now. So for just a little backstory with me, I'm married. I have 3 children. I live out of Arizona. I didn't grow up with a whole lot. And, I worked really hard to get to where I'm at today. However, in the midst of becoming a twin mama, if you listen to my very first episode about me and I am an artist, I tell you that I discovered my art journey during the midst of stress, and I needed an outlet, and I found art on Instagram. Instagram's so powerful, y'all, to really promote your businesses. But however, during the time, so many things in my life has happened, okay? So I've been doing art now, probably going on 5 or 6 years per se, like full-time as a business, probably going on 3 years now. And the way it came about was my daughter, she ended up getting really sick with type 1 diabetes. And that forced me to quit my full-time jobs. And it made me focus in on my family. And it was very stressful. I felt like I was grieving my life. Sometimes I still feel like I'm grieving my life. But I still push through it. I still keep going, and I still keep the faith, and I keep trusting in God that everything is working out in its timing, in God's timing, right? I believe it's in the book of Hebrews. It talks about there's a time in the season. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me. I can look it up and post it in the show notes later to get the exact scripture. But there's a time and season for everything. And when we really put our focus into God first, in anything that we do in our lives, we are met with God's peace in the decisions and where we're going in our lives, right? And that applies for your business, your who's in your life, your relationships, the food you eat, how you dress, how you present yourself for the day. But what I learned in it, in having to juggle so much with a child having a disability. I don't claim the disability, but hey, I'm just going to keep it real in real life physical form right now that my daughter was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and it caused a strain in my life and my journey as being an artist. I became an artist before her diagnosis. And to this day, I struggle, with childcare. I struggle with keeping up my duties at home as a wife. I struggle with taking care of myself sometimes, my mental health, my physical health. And I just want to encourage somebody out there that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be all right. We just have to keep trusting God, knowing that, okay, my journey don't look like the next person's journey. They may be far ahead and they inspire you to be in that place too. But sorry, my kid's screaming in the background. But that's okay, because your path that you take in your journey, it's just what God wants you to do. Your path is designed uniquely for you. Jeremiah 29:11, his plans are to prosper you, his thoughts are not evil against you. So we just have to keep going, keep pushing through. Now, a little tidbit about what helped me, though, overcome and what is helping me push through is creating a schedule, setting time apart to give God your time first before doing anything. If you do have a job, find some time to wake up or set some time out in your day. 2 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes, an hour, however that looks for you, to give God reverence and thanks and to do your declarations and your decrees over whatever you're seeking God to do. And remember, our declarations and decrees is not manifesting of our own will, but through the will of God through his word. Then on top of that, when I'm setting that time apart in my day, and I set that time apart to pray or write out my declarations, I move into getting a pen and paper or my notes, my iPad, and pulling up my notes. And I'm making out a list of, okay, what is on my priority today? What is the things that I need to take care of today? And I go one by one, writing out everything. And then as I complete a task, I check it off. I never set tasks too big for myself. I never set tasks like, oh, today I'm going to make $1 million and I'm going to, jump over to California, knowing I have so many other things to do. I'm just making up some random stuff. But I set time out to say, this is my schedule for the day. This is what I need to do. And there's small tasks. Like, I'm going to jump into Canva and I'm going to create social media content. I know I may not be posting every day because of life circumstances or whatever's going on. But when I have an hour in that day to make social media content, I'm going to try to create enough that I could at least give myself some breathing room to pre-schedule out my posts for a couple of days so I can focus on other projects or other things I need to do at home. Another thing that I do too, after I make my to-do list, I look at my chores. So I'm an at-home wife, a stay-at-home mom, or homemaker, as some would call it too, because my children are now in school. I say, let me clean the kitchen first and let me make sure dinner's prepared for later. Well, however that looks, I have an idea of, okay, I'm going to make spaghetti for dinner. Do I have all the ingredients I need for spaghetti later? Is the kitchen clean? And it does take time to do the chores, y'all. It takes time, but you have to, if you have a partner, you got to come to your partner with some agreement to say, hey, I'm not cleaning the house every day now. I got things to do. I'm trying to build a legacy for our family as well. And my spouse, he totally understands. That's why I love him. He's so supportive, y'all. I'm going to get him on a podcast one day too. But nonetheless, I focus on my chores. I clean up first. I, pick up the trash, vacuum the floors, wipe down my walls, whatever I need to do, start that laundry, whatever the biggest chore is that needs to be tackled, I tackle it. And I only allow myself so much time doing it. I'm not going to spend 4 hours cleaning a house when I have 5 other things to do. That's just not going to happen over here. But I will focus in. If I know the kitchen is a complete mess, there's 5 of us in this household, so the kitchen gets dirty quick, I'm going to make sure I put on my list that sometime between now and before my husband gets off work, the kitchen is clean and dinner is started or finished. That's that. So that's on my to-do list. Okay. The next thing is setting apart time to reach out and connect and network. So I might reach out to somebody to talk with them about something, or I might look online to find inspiration in whatever I need to do. Or I might talk to my friends on the phone just to kind of give my mind a mental break, because if I focus too much in work and chores, I start to get overwhelmed. In all of doing this, I just want to go back and say, I do find time to get myself dressed. I forgot to put that in there. That should be one of the first things done when you get up in the morning, is brushing your teeth, washing your face, however, whatever your routine is, your hygiene routine or whatever, you're doing that first and foremost. And then you're jumping into, prayers, getting that coffee brewed or your tea, your water, your drink, whatever, your breakfast, if you're fasting, however it looks for you, your routine, your hygiene comes first. Get yourself presentable. You might not be looking at people, but you never know. You might have somebody say, hey, let's do a Zoom call or FaceTime and let's talk business. Because you got to be prepared. You got to be ready, right? And then fast forwarding back to what I was saying, I just take that time out to really pinpoint, okay, I'm going to take an hour to do this. I'm going to take 2 hours to do this. I'm going to take no more than 4 hours for this. Whatever the priority is, I put into it. Those are my working days. And I know that sounds like it's all over the place, but just to sum that up, I wake up, my kids are up. I usually feed them breakfast. I set aside time after everyone eats, everyone's, brushed teeth, dressed, whatever, hygiene is done. I set time apart. The kids are playing on their toys. As you hear them hollering in the background, they're playing and fighting, whatever. I'm making my to-do list. I'm sitting down with God. I'm giving him a few minutes of my morning before I start, getting into work and start getting into chores and stuff, because I want to thank him for giving me stewardship over what he's given me, right? Then I go straight into my art. I go straight into businesses, podcasting, emails, answering messages, co-director work, whatever it is that I need to do, then I do that. And then once I'm done at the end of the day, I try to squeeze it all in before my husband is home, because when my baby is home, I want to be with my honey, relaxing with him, finishing out my nighttime chores, getting the kids ready for bed. He's usually helping or doing something else, and then I'm able to relax with him, watch our shows or movies, or sometimes God will just lead me to pray, or read my word. That is a sum of my day. Now, on the days that I'm just purely relaxing, okay, because those to me are working days too. And technically I'm having fun doing it, so I'm not really working. I'm just kind of having fun. But when I don't have a lot of stuff planned on my schedule, or it's my quote unquote day off, I'm just what it says, day off. So I'm not responding to business emails from Saturday to Mondays. I am not getting on the phone to talk business. I'm literally kicking up with my feet and I'm watching TV. I'm kind of wasting the day away. I still pray. I still get into my word, but I'm not doing any strenuous work. Okay. I might do the dishes and stuff because I like my kitchen clean. I like my house clean and stuff, but I'm not overstressing myself over no business stuff. I give myself time because I made the mistake before where I was constantly going. And then I burned out, and then I just stopped altogether for like a year of doing any extracurricular hobbies or activities. I'm not doing that anymore. So I do like to make time for my children. So we go to the park. I take them to the science museum. I take them to the art galleries. I take them to my art shows. I really just get out with them and do stuff, especially now it's the summer. We'll be swimming and doing a lot more. But days off is what it says, days off. I'm relaxing. I'm pampering. I'm taking care of myself. Also, to my diet, I like to look into eating better. Currently, I'm on a weight loss journey where I'm trying to get under 200 pounds, okay? It is a struggle because of my own challenges with my health. However, I believe I'm okay to move forward in my health, so I try to focus on a lot of anti-inflammatory meals, fruits and vegetables, more water, less coffee because I'm a coffeeholic. Okay, I love coffee, but God has dealt with me on that, not drinking so much coffee. So I've been scaling back on my coffee, more water, more fruit, vegetables, protein, less carbs, less sugar, less processed food. Now I do like a good hamburger from Culver's. But yeah, I just try to, take care of my eating, because also your eating affects your judgments. Your eating, what you take into your body as well, affects how you process through the day. I promise, if you wake up and eat breakfast, eat a healthy breakfast. Don't grab a donut. You just ate a bunch of carbs and sugar. Eat something healthy. Try to eat like a bowl of fruit, maybe a yogurt that has probiotics in it to help with your gut health. Just take care of you, however that looks. If you're, okay, I'm intermittent fasting. A lot of people doing the keto diet or the intermittent fast or however, whatever diet they're doing. Intermittent fasting, when they actually eat, they're breaking their fast, hence breakfast. They're breaking their fast. So they will eat whatever, a healthy lunch, whole grains, greens, a lot of greens, spinach, kale. If you like greens, try to get as much fresh, organic, natural greens in your diet, because I promise you, not only will it help you feel better in the inside, when you're feeling better in the inside, it shows on the outside. You're glowing, you're energized, and you can get through the day. If you work out, if you can, you don't have any physical impairments or disabilities to stop you from doing any workout. Obviously, consult with your doctor or food allergies. However that looks to make you feel good, take in the proper diet for that. So yeah, eating better has been a life changer for me. I started doing a lot of anti-inflammatory meals, probably back towards the end of last year. And that's because I have to deal with Hashimoto's and hypothyroidism. So weight loss is a pain in the rear. Okay. And I focus on just eating more spinach, chicken. I've cut out a lot of red meat. I still will occasionally have a piece of bacon, but I try not to. I want chicken sausage for breakfast, things like that. So I can see the results because I've went down almost 20 pounds in the last few months since I started this podcast. So I feel better. I have more energy. I'm talking more. Obviously, I started the podcast, and God has given me more downloads and revelatory things that I need to pursue with my life and how to operate my home and balance my businesses. And I have multiple businesses, y'all. I think I have I think I have 5 things going on. So I feel really blessed in that area. But at the time I was working full-time too. Working full-time and doing art, that's still like having 5 businesses, except you're working for someone else. But yeah. Yes, so just balance out your life. Don't give up. If you feel like you're stuck, keep going. Okay, I know that sounds silly. You feel like, I don't know what to paint anymore. Just get some crayons or pastels. Get a pen and paper, just start sketching, just start coloring something, just start getting your hands moving, get your hands working, get your mind going, spark that creativity. Don't create nothing for sale or anything like that. Just create just to create. If you have children, sit with them and create. I've done that as well. Don't try to force nothing. If you feel like I just don't want to do this, don't do it. Just sit back and relax. Maybe your brain and your body is telling you it's time to take a break. Just take your time. Everything is going to be okay. Have faith. Trust in God. When you trust in Him, there comes the blessings. Don't stress yourself. Be anxious for nothing. Go to Him and pray about it. If you feel like, Lord, what's going on? Pray about it, So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. I just wanted to encourage someone to keep going. When you feel like you hit a wall, you necessarily didn't hit the wall. You just probably got to step back and then revisit later and see how things feel then. So I want to leave you with this declaration that I wrote down for my business. I declare and I decree that I am operating in the wisdom of God. When I am painting, hosting my podcast, and designing and running my businesses, the Holy Spirit is guiding me. And that's Colossians 1:9. Until then, creatively enhanced guests, thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, bye-bye.